Hello everybody and welcome back to another graphic novel haul video. Let me start off by apologizing yet again for the delay since the last video. Recently I was working 2 jobs, so I was kind of flooded with that, plus having a social life. So now I'm only working 1 job. I left one of them because I didn't want to be working 2 when I go back to college. So hopefully I can then get a few more uploads out before I go back to college. I know a couple people have requested reviews on certain things, so I'm going to hope to get on that this week for you guys. I thank you all for being patient, those that do watch my content, so I really appreciate it. But obviously I'm going to try and do more. It's just stuff happens. But anyway, I'm going to jump right in. This is probably the biggest haul so far. I've got, I don't know, maybe about 20 or more things here. I haven't counted, but looking at it, there's a lot. So, jumping straight in with DC, we've got Batgirl Volume 1, The Darkest Reflection. This is Volume 1 of Gail Simone's New 52 Batgirl run. This is collecting issues 1 to 6. I'm not going to flick through all the books because I've got so much stuff that it's going to take ages. So if I do reviews on any of this, then I'll obviously show you a bit more of the artwork and stuff. But that's Volume 1. We also picked up Volume 2, Nightfall Descends, which collects issues 7 through 13 and issue 0. And Volume 3, Death of the Family, collecting Batgirl Annual number 1, Batman number 17, Young Romance number 1, and Batgirl number 14 through 19. This is a decent thick one too. You guessed it, I also picked up Volume 4. Excuse me, still Gail Simone's run, collecting issues 20 through 26 and Batman The Dark Knight number 23.1, The Ventriloquist. So that's Wanted. And also Volume 5, which is the conclusion to Gail Simone's Batgirl run. This is Deadline. So that's all 5 volumes of Gail Simone's New 52 Batgirl run. This one collecting Batgirl number 27 through 34. 34. Batgirl Annual number 2 and Batgirl Future's End number 1. Excuse me. I only woke up like an hour or so ago, so my voice is still kind of croaky, so I apologize. So that's the 5 volumes of Gail Simone's run on the New 52. And also Volume 1, Batgirl of Burnside, which is the Karen Stewart, Brendan Fletcher, and Babs Tarr run, which is the creative team that picked up from where Gail Simone left off. Excuse me. Which collects Batgirl number 35 through 40, and a flashback in Secret Origins number 10, which is like a chunk of that issue. But yeah, Batgirl of Burnside. I've read all 6 of these books. The Gail Simone stuff's really good. This stuff, I know it's like quite controversial. It's a bit of a love-hate kind of thing among most fans. I didn't hate it, but I didn't really love it either. It was just sort of, it was okay. I mean, it's definitely aimed towards a more female audience. Maybe I'll pick up Volume 2 and 3 just so that I'm then up to date on Batgirl stuff, so I can pick up Rebirth. But, you know, I don't know. It wasn't fantastic, but I didn't hate it, so it was like, whatever. Next up, if you guys watched my graphic novel collection, you'll know that I had certain series that I wanted to sell and rebuy in a different format. Either getting them all in paperback or in hardcover or whatever. This is one of those series. I actually sold a bunch of stuff on eBay recently that I knew I either wasn't going to continue or wanted to get in a different format. This is one of them. I actually started rebuying 2 different series that I'd sold. These are 2 of my favorite series that came out of the New 52. So I picked up Volume 1 of Earth 2, which is The Gathering in paperback. I had volumes 2, 3, and 4 still in hardcover, so I sold those off as part of a collection of DC hardcovers on eBay. Got some decent cash for it and decided, well, Earth 2 was one of the ones I wanted to get back into. This collects issues 1 through 6. As you can see, I'm still rereading this at the moment. And yeah, I just loved this series, the first 4 volumes, so I'm really looking forward to finishing it with the full 6 volumes and then going straight into Earth 2 World's End. So that's volume 1. And then similarly to Batgirl, I picked up volume 2, which is the Tower of Fate, which collects Earth 2 number 0, 7 through 12, and DC Universe Presents number 0. So that's awesome. Introducing Dr. Fate. I just really like this series because it's an awesome twist on like a modern take of the JSA, but with also, unique twists on the big DC characters like this guy, Batman. This is volume 3, Battle Cry. So if you don't know the story behind the Earth 2 Batman, I won't spoil it in this, but I'm hoping to do a review on this series, maybe all 6 volumes, or just each individual volume as I reread them. This collects 13 through 16, 15.1 and Earth 2 Annual, number 1, by the way. But I don't know what it is about this series, man. It's just great writing, great artwork, and it's really interesting just reading about these, modern day JSA heroes sort of thing. But I also got volume 4, The Dark Age. This is when Tom Taylor takes over from James Robinson on writing duties. This collects 17 through 20 and Earth 2 Annual number 2. So that's awesome. And finally with Earth 2, we got volume 5, The Kryptonian. This is completely new to me because volume 4 was what I'd gotten up to. So volume 5 is going to be completely new to me. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. I've actually ordered volume 6. It hasn't turned up yet, so expect that in the next haul. This collects 21 through 26 and Earth 2 Future's End number 1. But I can't wait to dive into this with this new Earth 2 Superman. Again, excuse me, sorry about my throat. There's not much I can do. But anyway, another series that I rebought because I loved it so much when I read it the first time around is Geoff Johns' Justice League run of the New 52. So I'm going to pick up all 8 volumes, plus the sort of extra events and stuff. But this is volume 1, Origin, which is by Geoff Johns and Jim Lee, which collects issues 1 through 6. Can't wait to get back into this. Obviously, the origin of the Justice League, taking on Darkseid. This is the book that inspired the Justice League War animated movie. I'm sure most of you know that. Watch it if you hadn't, because it's pretty good. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to diving back into this because it's been so long, and this is one of the books. This and volume 2 are the ones that I couldn't get in hardcover because they were sort of out of print and they were just too expensive, and I didn't want to spend my money on that. So I just thought I'll rebuy it all in paperback, so I have it in good, nice format, So here's volume 2 anyway, The Villain's Journey, which collects issues 7 through 12. If you couldn't tell, I bought all this stuff over the course of the last month and a half, maybe, with the exception of a couple books, which I will talk about when I get to it. But again, I'm not going to flick through these books. I'm not really going to review them too much because, that's the sort of stuff I'd say for review videos. But volume 3, Throne of Atlantis, the crossover event with Aquaman and the Justice League, collecting Justice League number 13 through 17 and Aquaman 15 through 16. Awesome stuff. And we got volume 4, The Grid, which collects 18 through 20 and 22 through 23. So yeah, volume 4, and then also finally with Justice League we got Trinity War, which is the first crossover event. As you can see, quite thick. which is the crossover with the Justice League of America, and the Justice League Dark. So it collects Justice League number 22 through 23, Justice League Dark 22 through 23, Justice League of America 6 through 7, Pandora number 1 through 3, Constantine number 5, Phantom Stranger number 11, and the New 52 Free Comic Book Day Special 2012. So that's Trinity War. That's all I picked up so far out of Justice League, but I'll be picking up more, Volume 5 and then Forever Evil, hopefully real soon. So that's it for DC, and I will now hop into Marvel with these 3 hardcover original Marvel graphic novels that I actually bought a couple months ago, but I completely forgot to feature them in the last haul video. So this will be the first time you guys have seen them, but I picked them up quite a while ago. But this is Thanos, the Infinity Trilogy by Jim Starlin, who created Thanos. And it's the Infinity Revelation, the Infinity Relativity, and the Infinity Finale. So these are original graphic novels, so they're not issues or anything. They just release like this. They're really thin, but they're good quality. The artwork's nice. Jim Starlin, he created the guy, so, he's going to know what he's doing with Thanos. I'll be honest, I did reread these first 2 before I read the third one, just because it can be a little confusing. Like, it's the sort of stuff you kind of really have to pay attention to. So I reread them just so that I was 100% sure of what was going on when I went into the finale. But aside from that, it's good stuff. If you're like me and you want to read more on Thanos before Infinity War next year, then, these are good things to go with. I don't know if you'd necessarily start here. I need to pick up Infinity Gauntlet. That might have been a better place to start, but whatever. But yeah, like I said, I wanted to do my homework on Thanos ready for Infinity War. So, these served as a good starting point for Thanos. So, I recommend them if you like the character or want to get into the character. But, yeah, that's about all I can say, really, without going into too much detail, which I don't want to do. But anyway, we've also got another really thick book. This is the Amazing Spider-Man Big Time Complete Collection Volume 1. This thing is a monster of a paperback. Like, it is huge. As you can tell, this is like the start of Dan Slott's sort of definitive starting point for Spider-Man. I don't know if it has the issues on the back. Yeah, it does. So, The Amazing Spider-Man number 648 through 662 and 654.1. So that's a bunch of issues. And I know Dan Slott is a controversial guy right now because of his bullshit on Twitter. But because I don't get involved in that, I don't really care. I personally enjoy his Spider-Man stuff for what it is. It's not all great, but on the whole, I enjoy it. I know that's a controversial opinion, but I really don't have a problem with it. But whatever. I mean, to each their own. I'm not going to insult people that don't like it because I understand why they don't. I don't really care myself. I enjoy it. So I picked up Big Time the Complete Collection because my friend actually wants to get into Spider-Man, and I said, well, the Ultimate stuff is good, so he's going to start there. But I picked this up to check with myself that this would be a good place to start if he wanted to get into the main 616 universe, Peter. So yeah, hopefully when I reread it, because it's been quite a few years since I read, this far back. So I'm looking forward to going back into it. I've ordered Volume 2, that's on its way. And then I think there's 3 and 4, and then I'll get Dying Wish, and then Superior Spidey, and then, go from there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back into Spider-Man, because it's been so long since I reread all these older single issues. So yeah, that's awesome. If it looked a bit damaged, that's because it was sold out on the website I usually use. so I picked it up from like the Amazon marketplace so that I didn't have to pay £35 or whatever. But you know, it's not in terrible condition, so it's okay. Next up, big £30 hardcover, which I've been waiting for ages. The Amazing Spider-Man Clone Conspiracy. Again, quite a recent event. I don't know what the general consensus for this stuff is, but I finished it yesterday, and I'll be honest, I quite enjoyed it. It had its ups and downs. I felt like the ending was really rushed. Like, there should have been so much more build-up. Like, the Jackal... Not really a spoiler, like minor spoilers. I'm not going to tell you who he is, but minor spoiler alert. The Jackal sort of just spends half of this, well, 70% of this book, maybe more, like 80% of this book, trying to like get Spider-Man on his side. It's like, we have to convince Spider-Man. We have to get him on our side. Let's not be violent. We're going to do this the right way. And then just out of nowhere at like the end of the 4th issue, he's like, oh, you know what? Screw it. If he doesn't want to like listen to me anymore, just kill him. You know, it's like, what? You spent so much time trying to do this peacefully, and now it's just like, yeah, you know what? Just kill him. I don't care anymore. But you know, whatever. I enjoyed the story on the whole, for the most part. I think Spider-Verse was still better, but this was good too. If you're a Spider-Man fan, you'll probably enjoy it. I mean, the hardcover is decent quality. If you want to know what it collects, there you go. Clone Conspiracy 1 through 5, and Omega. I'm trying to get it to focus. Amazing Spider-Man number 20 through 24. Silk 14 through 17, and Prowler 1 through 5, and Free Comic Book Day 2016, Captain America number 1, and The Amazing Spider-Man number 19. But, yeah, I mean, it didn't have Before Dead No More in it, which is like, you know, the prelude stuff, but whatever. I will show you, though, this sick-ass wraparound cover thing, if I can get it off with one hand. Here, trying not to damage the book, but it is nice quality, like I said, and you do get this beautiful wraparound cover with the Jackal there and all these resurrected villains. But it's an intriguing storyline, you know, clones, the Jackal, you know, that's what he's all about. But the twist it caught me off guard, and it's interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the ramifications will be in the future of Spider-Man. So yeah, it should be good. Check it out if you're a Spider-Man fan. I obviously got the deluxe hardcover. You don't have to. There's like a paperback version, but the hardcover is good quality, so it's well worth the price. But anyway, my final 2 books, which aren't graphic novels, but they're sort of encyclopedias. But I got the Ultimate Guide to the X-Men, because I do not know nearly enough about the X-Men as I should, so I'm hoping this will, you know, inform me of the X-Men more. I think it's quite an old version, so it's not that, like, up to date, but it should still, you know, serve as giving me some more knowledge, so I'm looking forward to hopping into it, learning some more about the X-Men. Not much to say about these because, you know, they're just encyclopedias, but whatever. And this one, Captain America, The Ultimate Guide to the First Avenger. I've got a few of these. They've fallen over, actually, just as I started recording, so I apologize. But Batman, the Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, Iron Man, Superman, you know, all those ones there. And they're all really nice quality stuff, so I decided to pick up this Captain America one. If you want me to do an overview of any of these, then let me know, and I can happily do that. But really looking forward to learning more about Captain America as well, because I actually really enjoy Captain America, so maybe I'll get some Captain America stuff soon. And I'll try and get these all together here. Let me just put down the camera for a moment while I put the cover back on to the Clone Conspiracy, so I apologize. But here we go. There we go. Sorry about that. Big time. So yeah, that's the whole, like I said, pretty huge one today. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. I don't know how big the next haul will be, but I'm saving a bit of money now, just from like these few days and stuff as I get paid over the next couple of weeks, so that I can hopefully get, you know, more stuff for you guys. That's really going to annoy a lot of you that there's now Marvel books just shoved on there, but I apologize. But this is really hard to do with one hand, so don't judge me. But yeah, that's all the stuff. Like I said, huge haul. So hopefully you guys enjoyed checking out what I've got. I know it's a really long ass video, so I apologize. But yeah, that's everything. Let me know in the comments if you want to see overviews of any of these books, or a collection update on like my graphic novel collection. Maybe once I've got some more stuff, I can redo that video for you. I'm open to suggestions, but like I said, the reviews that people have requested, I'm sorry that they haven't come yet, but I will work on getting them out for you guys this week. So thank you all for being patient, like I said. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope you all have a great day. As always, hopefully I'll see you next time. So peace out, guys. Bye.